What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today I've got a top 10 tips for you guys to make your FM life easier here in FM22. You'll be able to apply it here in FM22 if you are still on FM21. The FMs in the future, you can carry these along with you throughout the years. Will make your life much, much easier and maybe even show you a few things that you didn't know about. But that is what we'll be going over in today's episode. If you guys do happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? I will also be linking the Discord down below in the description if you guys would like to join the community Discord. Having a lot of fun, good conversations in there. Also, we'll be linking my Twitch down below as well, which I will be using the team that I do over on Twitch, AilSinsFK, today in this video to go over everything with you guys. We just previously won the treble and are having a lot of fun, and we'll be entering a rebuild come Monday. So if you guys would like to check it out, definitely feel free to do so. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the first tip. All right, so the first tip, which I'm sure you guys hear everywhere here within the Football Manager community, is use trials. Trials are your friend. This player right here, Wilson Belanta, I was recommended by one of my viewers because he is actually doing the same save off of my save file. And he found this kid and he's like, hey, why don't you scout this kid? And I was like, you know what? Instead of scouting him, I'm going to get this kid in on trial because trial is free scouting. If you trial a player for a week, you will get the overall outlook of his stats. You won't get it dead on with every single attribute, but you will get an overall outlook on his stats. If you do 2 weeks, which is what I did, this is kind of how it will end up looking for their attributes. You will have a few solid numbers, and then the less important attributes to whatever main position they are playing will still need to be scouted. But I mean, if you end up bringing in a player, you'll then know exactly what is what. But if you want to know all their hidden attributes and everything and their traits, you will need to go 3 to 4 weeks. I would suggest 4 weeks if you want the whole deal. If you want to know their attributes, hidden attributes, traits, weak foot, personality, all of that. But yeah, using trials are key. They are free scouting. What you would do, go up here to, actually, let me find another player. All right, you'll go up here to transfer. You would then go to offer trial, and you have 1, 2, 3, or 4 weeks. And then if the team accepts, great. And then you just have to wait for the player to accept. Now, sometimes you will be rejected by the player, so keep that in mind. But it is a great, great way to have a free scouting, and be able to, what some people say, a trial farm. You can have like 30 to 35 players on trial at the same time. Now, sometimes I hit this roadblock when I was doing Wrexham last year. The board would come and say, hey, no more trials right now. And then you just got to wait a couple days and then you can bring in some more players. But it caps out at about 30 to 35. But yeah, trials are your friend. Make sure you use them. On to the next tip. All right, so here we are with the next tip. We are in scouting. We are going to be talking about scouting by region. If you have it set to where you are the head scout, not head scout, but you are in charge of what your scouts do assignment-wise, you are going to want to scout regionally. Yes, scouting by country is definitely easier early on. As you won't have as much scouting knowledge early on in your saves if you are, of course, doing a smaller club. But doing it regionally is very, very solid. When you go to regions, you've got the Caribbean, you've got North Africa, you've got Northern Europe, which is Scandinavia. You have South America, North and South, Southeastern Europe, Southern Africa, UK and Ireland, Western Europe. Every region in the world is covered. And you will be able to scout within those regions, within those nations and leagues, and get some pretty solid players by doing it this way. It makes it more convenient as well and allows you to cover a more broad area. So that is the next tip. Definitely make sure that you are scouting by region. I have multiple scouts doing it in Northern Europe because I am trying to get as much info as possible. And it really, really helps out in bringing in players that otherwise you would potentially miss out on. All right, so next we head to the transfer history here. Why are we in transfer history? Because I'm going to show you one thing that is integral to no matter what team you are doing, whether you are someone in the Vanarama National North-South or you are the PSG, Real Madrid's, Man Cities of the world. Use free signings. Free signings can save you from having to pay an absolute load of money for players that otherwise you could end up getting for free. Like, instead of buying Mbappe for an absurd amount of money, just wait a season, sign him on a free. It's very, very simple. As you can see right here, when we go to fee, this is my first season when we were doing Ailson. We got plenty of players on frees, and a lot of these players ended up making major impacts for us, but also being able to be sold on in the future. And I mean, when you bring in someone on a free, all you're paying is a salary, so no matter what, you are going to make a profit. So free signings are also your friend, just like trials. Now we head to the affiliate screen. Now, why are we here at the affiliate screen? You want to utilize your affiliates, whether they are a senior affiliate or a junior affiliate, you want to utilize them. Now, there are all different types of links, especially when it comes to senior affiliates. You can have a senior affiliate that allows you to loan players. You can have a senior affiliate that is there strictly for friendlies, and they allow you to make all the money off of the friendlies. You can also have one to where you are sharing scouting knowledge, which is very solid. A club that does that. Two partnerships. One is Ajax and Sparta, and then you also have Then you also have Brentford and Midtjylland. They share their scouting knowledge with each other. It makes things very, very easy. A club that has a good senior affiliate that allows them to make all of the money off of friendlies is Wrexham. Their senior affiliate is Liverpool. So that is very, very viable. And I mean, the ones with that they allow you to loan in players, that's pretty self-explanatory. But loaning out your players to your junior affiliates will really, really help them with their development. I allowed a couple of my players to go out on loan here to Emblem and Hurd. I also had another one by the name of Brettvog. And I allowed a lot of players to go out on loan to these clubs. And not only did it help these clubs in getting promoted and doing better within their competitions, but the players really, really developed and they did very, very good. And it's all within the same system. So definitely look to be using your affiliates rather than just loaning them out to whatever club in whatever nation. Try and use your affiliates rather than trying to loan out to other clubs and nations, like I said. But on to the next tip. All right, so next up, we are here at the staff screen. Now, when it comes to your staff, you see these gold bars? I have these gold bars because we do one thing, that is hire regionally. Now, if you are in smaller leagues, hire regionally. You will be able to get people on very, very fair value for their contracts, and they aren't going to cost you a whole heck of a lot a majority of the time. Now, if you're trying to say you're managing in Sweden and you want to bring in a super scout from Portugal, you're going to have to pay them quite a bit because they're going to have to completely relocate to Sweden. Now, if you are bringing in, say, a super scout from Sweden, you could pay him, say, this guy right here, Frederick Emberg. I am paying him $22,500 for, like, per year to scout for me, and he is Swedish scouting in Norway. Doesn't have to move a whole heck of a lot there, and you can get them on very fair prices. I mean, I am the highest salary person at $140K, and then the next highest is the assistant coach at $86.5. Next highest after that, goalkeeping coach at $80K, and it's because he had to move over from the U.S. So if you hire regionally, you can definitely save some money staff-wise, And if you guys want to see how I went about doing this with my staff, I made a Golden Staff tutorial video that I will link up above and down below for you guys to check out. So if that is something that interests you guys, definitely feel free to check it out. But when you are doing your staff, definitely try and sign staff regionally. The more regionally your staff is, the less you're going to have to pay. So even if you're in England, I mean, of course, people are going to want more money being in England. That's just how it is. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. If you get all English, Scottish, Irish, Northern Ireland type people as your staff members, you'll most likely be paying a heck of a lot less than having a bunch of people from Spain, a bunch of people from Albania, a bunch of people from like Nigeria or whatever. Like, if you are signing your staff regionally, it is smart and saves you money. All right, next up we go to the competition screen, and we are also going to look over seasons past as well right here. So this tip, value your league. It is a big, big W for you if you value your league. Now, for the big clubs, like the Man Cities, the PSGs, as you see, I'm in their group with the Champions League, all those big-time teams, valuing your league can save you if you underachieve in the Champions League or any continental competition that your club is kind of expecting you to perform big time in. Now, for us, we won the treble last year, and that is what put us in to being able to qualify for the Champions League. We got through the games, qualified for the Champions League. But you see right here, board expectation, reach playoff minimum. We reached the group stage, so they're going to be happy with us reaching the group stage. We're completely fine. Finish top 3 places. I have to finish top 3 places, or else my neck could be on the line. Norwegian Super Cup, don't be outclassed. We won the darn thing, so that's good. And then Norwegian Cup, they wanted us to reach quarterfinal minimum, and we are in the final for the 3rd straight year in a row. So when you are succeeding domestically, it can help save you, because say this was win the Champions League minimum and we got knocked out in the quarterfinals, the board would be very, very upset. But if it said qualify for, I don't know, let's go England-wise, qualify for a Champions League spot, but you won the league, that would save that. They would cancel each other out, essentially. So you want to value your league. Your league can save you sometimes. And also, by valuing your league, it allows the game to grow within that country. You get better youth intakes. You get way better domestic competition. It helps a lot. It's what I'm doing here in Norway, building a nation up. It's a lot of fun. I highly suggest doing that, by the way, doing a building a nation save. But if you value your league, it is a big W for you all the way around. All right, next we're here at Dynamics. We're at the overview portion because it allows us to see everything here. So you see team cohesion, club atmosphere. You want that to be green. If it is not green, you are going to have a very, very miserable time. You will not have a good season majority of the time. It will be very up and down. You will not be consistent. You want to have good team cohesion and good club atmosphere. Now, the way to have good club atmosphere basically is to win games. The more you win, the happier the club is. Team cohesion-wise, if you have players that get along well, all speak the same language, are connecting tactically, that will help your team cohesion go up. If you are trying to increase team cohesion and it is not the greatest, all you got to do is go into training, throw some team bonding in there, and then there's another one, I forgot what it is at the current time, but team cohesion, club atmosphere can make or break your season. You want to make sure that it is green. Green is good. You always want it green. If it is red, a majority of the time at the beginning of the season when you bring in a lot of signings, it can go red. But throughout time, it will get better and better and better. So don't worry about that if it is because you bring in a bunch of signings. But if you are in poor form, losing a lot of games, team meetings, I'm glad that they made it to where you can kind of talk at whatever point in the season you want now. They can really, really help you, because my team is doing well in the league right now. We don't need to have a team meeting, but say we were not doing too hot and we were on a 3-game losing streak. Come here, say, hey, don't drop your heads. Let's try and turn things around. You do that, your team starts playing well again. It can be a big boost for you. So make sure that you're paying attention to team cohesion, club atmosphere, and utilize the team meetings. It can definitely help you out. So we are now here at the Data Hub in the player portion, though, not the team overview part. We are here in the player portion. Why are we in the player portion? This is another tool you can use to scout domestically within your league. If you are huge on signing domestically and doing what I am doing, growing a league and whatnot, growing a nation, you can use this as a free scouting tool. You will see where your players rank compared to everyone else, and if you are struggling in a certain area of your game, you can look to bringing in players that excel way more than your players currently are in those areas of the game, and be able to be like, okay, well, say I was upset with Daniel Strandsetter and I wanted to bring in Harrup. I could scout Harrup, see how good he actually is, why he is performing to that level, bring him in, he replaces Strandsetter at that point. You can use this as a free scouting tool. I know I've talked about trials. I know I've talked about free signings with free transfers. Here we are with a basically free version of scouting once again, but this is domestically compared to trials where you can just bring them in from anywhere in the world. Domestic free scouting, trials free scouting all around the world. They are different, but both are free ways of scouting for your clubs. But now on to the next tip. All right, so here we are at the tactics screen. Why are we at the tactics screen, Gormy? Well, we're going to be talking about having a trusted tactical and team system. What do I mean by that? You want to have a tactic and a team system that you trust and believe in. You can ask my chat over on Twitch. There was a time this season where I switched between like 3 different tactics, a bunch of different players. We had no idea what to do at that moment because I did not trust in the tactic or the team system that we were trying to run. Ever since I have found something that I trust tactically and team system-wise, we have been fine. We qualified for the Champions League when we shouldn't have. We're in our 3rd straight Norwegian Cup final. We are still in the running to win the league as well. So if you find, you need to find a tactic that you are comfortable with and believe in, and a core set group of players for that team system that you believe in as well. For me, that is Agar Jurgensen, my striker, Owen Thiago Holm, my attacking mid, Edvard Tagseth, my essentially defensive midfielder, then Jensen, one of my center backs, and Vidal Zetterstrom, my goalkeeper. So if you have a tactical system that you trust and enjoy using, and then you have a core set of players that you know you are going to be able to make that work with, you are golden. If you are trying to make something work that does not fit your team system, you are going to struggle and be frustrated. So, key takeaway from this, make sure that you are using a tactic and a team system that coincide together and you are comfortable with using. Do not force anything that doesn't need to be done, because in the end it can hurt you not only in the now but your future as well. All right, here we are on the last tip. I think everybody knows what is about to be said. There was an update for FM22 and it majorly impacted near post corners. Yes, it has impacted them, but they still work. So there is no need to panic about it. You don't need to go for the far post or 6-yard box or whatever. Near post corners still work. I've been banging them in still. There's no need to worry. If you guys want my set piece tactics, I will link them in the Discord. You guys can definitely try them out. And I mean, they have been golden for me. So, I mean, even after the update, yes, it's not as frequent as it once was, but it still does work. I mean, it won me games earlier today. prior to recording this. And I mean, now the throw-ins for long throws, yes, that has definitely taken a hit. Long throws are no longer the main thing. If it wants to switch to throw-ins, here we go. So I now rock short throws on both sides. But yeah, I mean, I rocked short throws last year and they were still good. But yes, don't fret over your set pieces. Everything is okay. I mean, still use your near post set pieces. It's completely fine. If you guys want to use mine, like I said, I'll link it in the Discord. But there you have it. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as subscribing is 100% free. This is definitely different from things that I usually do, but I'm going to be doing more and more interesting things here on the channel that are definitely different from things I do usually and that everyone else does in the FM community. So definitely stay tuned for that. You guys can hear about it in the Discord as well. I will be talking about it in there. But yeah, once again, if you guys enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope these tips help you out. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.